Dr. Hill?
You're a policewoman.
I'm Carol Jordan.
You found another body.
White male, early 30s, fit, good job.
Is this a serial killer?
Technically, no.
But one in the making.
I'm a psychologist, not a profiler.
Gareth Finnegan. Cause of death, cut throat. Anything else you want to see here?
Good Lord, no.
This is an excellent idea.
Well, clever old me. Bringing Dr. Hill in.
So who's this doctor then, big sis?
Starks from gay men, isn't he?
Where am I?
One of ours. I'm not bloody leaving.
You are, Tom.
Channel 5, Gov. Don's got something.
I've been watching you. I'm Stevie. Back exit. 2 minutes.
Man down, southwest exit. Move! We've just received this from the post room.
The right man's out there somewhere.
Hello.
Out of breath, Tony.
Who's this?
I like that, Tony. I'd like to take your breath away.
Maggie?
Oh, Tony.
Call today at 0947 hours. The caller withheld their number.
Look at it! The simmering strife in Bradfield CID finally exploded over possible, quote, irregularities, end quotes, in the handling of evidence. Who knew about this?
You, me, Superintendent Cross, sir.
And your squad, and Dr. Hill, who happened to be with Tom Cross when these possible irregularities were taking place.
Tony would never...
And Tom Cross swears blind he would never divulge operational details.
He spoke to Penny Burgess.
And for that, he's a bloody idiot. But he would never prejudice a case.
Except by planting evidence.
It's slippery at the top, D.I. Jordan. Be very careful.
Yes, sir. Okay, you've all seen this. You know how it makes us look. There are young men dying in agony out there, and having someone telling stories to the press is only helping the killer, not us. There's information in here that can only have come from inside this room, and I want the person responsible. A full confession's your only hope.
Gov, we've been working our asses off for 18 hours a day. We haven't had time to go tattling to the press.
Bullshit. Person responsible, come see me. Don't make me find you. In the meantime, continue surveillance on Mateer. Don, have you spoken to Glasgow yet?
I put in 2 calls.
Then put in 20. Get the copper who arrested Mateer up there and grill him. Have you come to confess?
No. Gov, I've got to say, I just don't think Mateer's the one we're after.
He's got form. He knew 3 of the 4 victims. He's into S&M.
And O'Connell's handcuffs were found in his flat.
With or without the handcuffs, he's still our main suspect. He's a quiet, clever, solitary man. Get on the phone to Glasgow, find what you can.
I know who did it.
Sorry?
I've got your profile. The relationship, that was what was getting me. Usually it's simple. Killer killed, oppressor victim. But this man doesn't objectify like most serial killers. Dahmer, Sutcliffe, Nielsen, West, they saw objects, not people. Fred West, when he was talking about a girl he killed, he'd call her it. But if it was a job he was talking about, something he'd made, it'd be him. Make him nice and smooth, level him off. They can only relate to people when they're dead. Then they dismember, dispose, chop up. This one doesn't lose sight of the humour.
Trying to make him sound reasonable.
Reason, not reasonable. Get his logic and get him. He seeks out single men. He stalks them with care. He films them, fueling his fantasy, what they could be, what they should be. Then he prepares a machine on which to test their body, their spirit. Why torture? Why? To get the truth. To get proof through pain. He takes his victims, he transports them to his lair, then he starts the test. He says, all right, prove you're good enough for me. So pleased with your life, your big little life, but can you join me on the edge? Can you? And he's got them. Adam on the rack pole, the rope and pulleys, Gareth on the cross, Damien, the Judas chair. And they wake up, dizzy, sick from the chloroform, and standing in front of them is a man with a camera. And it's a camera that terrifies, because to record, to have this level of proof, must mean he knows he's not going to be caught. Then he asks them questions, they don't have answers. They fail.
Which he must have known.
Yes, like the world's failed him.
So he's a sadistic nut.
No, he's a psychopath. His brain functions just fine, better than most. Because it's not bothered with things like remorse or conscience. He lives to gratify his desires. Nice simple if you looked at it like that, the gratification of desire. Anyway, when he's done, he kills them, he cleans them. The only post-mortem interference was with Damien O'Connell, the policeman. Then he returns them to us. The end. Disposal, dismemberment of the bodies, the chainsaw, the sledgehammer, the acid bath, that's too banal. He makes his films. And he remakes them. Over and over.
So who is he?
He is his victims. White, male, 25 to 35, right-handed, at least 6 foot, considerable upper body strength, skilled with hands. He probably lives and works here in Bradfield. His job is well-paid, white-collar, like most of his victims, flexible hours. Could be something to do with computers or related technology. More likely to live in a house than a flat. He has access to a basement or garage or some soundproof isolated place. Might be outside the city. He has his own car, which will have good boot space. Could be a 4x4. He's socially withdrawn, but he might be living with someone.
Male, female?
Exactly.
Well, which?
Neither. He lives alone. He's confused about his sexuality.
So am I. About his, I mean.
Now, he didn't target his victims because he thought they were gay. Damien O'Connell was an accident. But he does get off on violating and dominating men. So he's attracted to them and he resents it. On balance, I say he lives alone.
Criminal record?
Juvenile stuff, theft, stalking, assault. These crimes are his greatest work. He doesn't want to be caught, but he does want us to be aware of him, to react to him with horror and fear. He's working on his next victim now, and this one will be really special.
Bloody hell.
Any pointers to catching him?
2. No, 3. First, books, internet sites of instruments of torture. 2, software, state-of-the-art digital image manipulation. It's expensive, hard to get hold of. And 3, how does he encounter his victims? Is it the same for all 4? You need in-depth background checks.
What do you think we've been doing?
Keep doing. Our lives, our modern lives. We cast out this vast net of lines of contacts, and 80% of them are recorded electronically. And somewhere, 4 lines intersect. There's your killer.
I could lose my job over this, Penny. She'll find out.
How? Protect my sources.
I'm risking everything for you.
I like you, angry. Gonna do it here? Go on. Do me here.
Enough! No, you could get off because of what you've done. You should never have printed it.
You should never tell me. The suspect you had to release. His name's Stephen McTeer, isn't it? Thanks, Kev.
Forgive me if I don't seem prepared. This isn't our regular time.
Sorry.
How can I help you, Tony?
Did you contact me?
I reached out to you, Tony. That's nothing new, is it?
Did you phone me, Maggie?
You keep talking about trust. And then I see this. A policewoman. Let me guess. Married to her work, not to any man. Her conversation, her ambition, her whole life defined by her grubby job. No wonder you came to see me.
I want to know why you phoned me, Maggie.
I didn't have to. I knew you'd come.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
My job. I do have a job.
What you done with us, are you?
Giving you the profile?
Well, that's it. No follow-up, no consultation.
Well, of course. Sorry. Is that why you came, to tell me off?
I came because my brother's finally come through with that digital manipulation stuff. He says, fine, they'll even give us a demonstration.
You know what I think? Fish and chips, that would really hit the spot. I have to take the football.
Fish and chips? Football?
Yes. She's jealous of you. Maggie, interesting. Might be able to use it. Might be.
Tony, don't get me wrong. I think all this stuff you've done's brilliant, but we keep...
Brilliant.
Yeah, well, not too awful. But listen, we keep talking about him, he. What if it's not?
What if it's not one?
Not a him.
Hmm.
Explain how he, she gets into their homes. A woman's not a threat.
I know, I thought about it, but there was one thing in the way, one big thing. All four victims were strong men. He used them like puppets. You can only do so much with drugs, chloroform, what have you. Still have to lift a body.
Just seems too easy, though, doesn't it?
Too easy.
Hmm.
Right, I'll prove it. Go on, sit down. Come on.
You are joking.
I'm a weed. You look fit. Strong. I'll still win.
Right.
Go on, lass. Come on. Go on, lass.
Go on, love. He's on steroids. That's right. Oh, rubbish. Oh.
What?
I don't know. The women in your life? Maggie Thomas? Lara Croft?
No women in my life.
Oh, stop! Yeah, here.
What's wrong?
If you have a ticket, I'll find.
Well, I don't have a ticket. My name is Tony Hill. Hill.
Thank you, I can't spell Hill. When did you leave your jacket?
It must have been... Yeah, Wimbledon. Yeah, it was July.
July? July's 8 months ago.
The jacket still exists. Doesn't have a sell-by date, does it?
It doesn't exist in this shop. Any clothes left more than 6 months go to the Salvation Army.
Oh, the Salvation Army, have
Tony,
my
stop
jacket.
it.
No, I won't stop it. This is serious, I'm
It's a jacket. You haven't needed it for 8 months. You don't need it now.
Later in the kitchen if you want, babe.
E02 messages.
Tony, Peter, look, I can't cover for you on the 5th. I'm sorry. I'd really like to know how long this Silence of the Lambs nonsense is going to go on. Give me a call, eh?
We really are messing up your life, aren't we?
Hello, lover boy. I so hoped you'd be in. I want more of you. Last time was so short.
Well, looks like Laura and Maggie have got competition.
Carol, I have no idea who...
None of my business. Listen, I'll call when I've seen Michael. We'll do that digital stuff, yeah?
Carol, I'm telling you.
Whatever.
Stevie's business isn't doing too good. Word must be out in the bum bandit community. Unless, of course, someone's been chatting to the press.
Well, as long as we can keep pressure on the little shit, who cares?
You're right there.
Hang on, he's locking up.
Early closing. How's the head done?
It's fine, sir.
Night then.
Uh-oh.
I thought he was supposed to be taking a holiday. Bloody idiot.
Download that handsome visage into this. I took the liberty of downloading some footage so you can see the effect.
What does all this cost?
Out of reach of most, I'd say, considering it retails at over 10 grand. There's Tony. And there's Tony again.
God, Michael.
You get the idea. Careful. Sorry. You wanted a demonstration.
10 grand.
There are cheaper ones, but the quality's only so-so.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Bloody pattern analysis. Any news?
I'm working on it. I do have a job, you know.
I know.
He asked you to handcuff him?
Yes.
And cut him
He asked me to make it hurt.
with a razor blade?
Pleasure and pain are two sides of the same coin.
She raped him.
It's what he wanted.
McTeer picked up a guy in a bar, took him home, things got out of hand.
Still think he's a nice bloke, Don.
That pleasure in pain crap, he said that to me in the bar.
Oh, come on, it's obvious. This was his dry run.
His dry run?
There are lots of the serial killers. There's an initial attack that fails or doesn't get followed through.
After which they're quiet for a while, sometimes years, before returning to what they like best. McTeer does his time, he cleans up his act. You heard his accent back then, it was pure jock. Starts planning for the real thing.
Tony,
He's right.
should we pull him in again?
No, he's not right about McTeer. It's not McTeer.
The doctor has spoken.
Give McTeer a hammer, wood and nails. I'll prove he's not the killer in 2 minutes. Just didn't click at the time it should have.
What?
There was a drawer in his flat where he kept all his naughties. A wooden drawer. The handle was broken and just stuck back on with masking tape. Masking tape. That's something I would...
What the hell are you talking about?
The killer's building, copying medieval torture machines. Complicated pieces of machinery that must withstand intense strain. He's a skilled carpenter. McTeer couldn't sew his way out of a paper bag. It's not him.
Maintain surveillance.
Here's a list of all the firms that make that computer software, and all the mail order and high street outlets that supply it. If you're not too busy.
Thanks. Oh, Sergeant Jeffries, that dry run stuff. It was good.
Really?
Really. Listen, if I want to look someone up on this police computer, how do you do it?
You're breaking the rules, Doc.
Just curious, that's all.
Enter last name, first name, initial. Hill, Anthony,
Valentine.
Valentine. Really? So, Hill, Anthony, V, Doctor, return. How disappointing is that?
Thanks.
Don't know if I should tell you this, Gov.
But you're going to, aren't you?
Boy, listen. You want to find out about my brother, you ask me. I know what you thought. He acts like a prick, you think he's a serial killer, is that it?
I was just...
You were just spying on it.
Well, he fits the profile.
Everybody fits the profile. Computer literate, white male, between 25 and 35. That's brilliant. Fantastic. We might as well arrest every single cop in this station.
Listen, that message on my answer machine.
What?
You've got to understand whoever that woman is.
I don't care. Sleep with who you want to. Why should I care?
I just think it's better to...
I don't care.
Okay, my mistake, and I'm sorry for trying to check out your brother.
Hey, listen, there's something else. Don't know how good it is, but pathology have finally come through with what made the burn marks on Damien O'Connell's body. The attachments to a cake icing kit. Little metal heads, different shapes, used for decorating cakes. Make any sense?
No, none. What about the pattern analysis?
Oh, well, for that, we're waiting on the kindness of the man you went looking up on the police computer. Yes.
Love.
Dawn?
We're
McTeer's just been arrested at Grimsby trying to get a ride on a Russian freighter. Superintendent Cross has been arrested too.
Come again?
He tried to make a citizen's arrest, which apparently included knocking McTeer's head off.
Where the hell is Cross?
He grew up back here, sir.
Right. Well, at least that gives you something to charge McTeer with, attempting to evade bail.
We don't think it's McTeer.
You don't think?
Well, we've been putting him under a lot of pressure recently. Maybe that was a factor in him running. Maybe we should just ease off.
Tell me, do you know it's not him, or do you think it's not him?
We think.
Then he's still a suspect and he attempted to evade bail.
Sorry, sir. Got a bit carried away up there.
You did, Tom.
McTeer's gone and dropped himself in it now, hasn't he?
D.I. Jordan doesn't think it is him.
Doesn't she? Well, 20 years of murder tells me it is. The fact that he tried to escape the country tells me it is.
Sir, did you plant O'Connell's handcuffs in McTeer's flat?
Yeah, I did.
Why?
Because he killed O'Connell. Because he tortured O'Connell. Because I wanted to get a killer off the streets. Because I happen to think that's our job, D.I. Jordan. And I'm not afraid to do my job.
You better come with me, Tom.
Any comment for the press, Steve?
Inspector Jordan, what are the charges?
Where is he arrested?
Hey, Kev! You got your killer. You've been avoiding me, Kev.
It's over, Penny.
Oh dear. When are you going to charge McTeer?
No more. I've done enough damage already.
Go on. For old time's sake. You were the best I ever had, Kev.
But we've already charged him.
I know. Assault and evading bail. What about the juicy stuff? He's your killer, isn't he?
Whatever you say.
That's the message you're sending.
Well, if that's the message you want to read.
McTeer will be inside with everyone thinking he's a sex killer. What happened to him?
Well, he shouldn't have done a runner, should he?
So it's just a tactic.
You sad sack of shite. This is him. The leak.
Lift him higher! Lift him higher!
It's 4 in the morning.
Sorry. We should have let him go, you know, we really should.
What are you talking about?
Steve McTeer committed suicide in his cell.
So, do you want a friend or a shrink?
Which are you?
Come on.
Tom Cross was right, you know, it becomes like a circus. You get a killer like this and everything goes out the window. Normal police work, rules, everything. I mean, look what's happened to us after 30 years in the force. Cross blows his reputation, his pension, he gets sacked. And I've just had to kick Kevin Jeffries off the team. He was the leak, screwing Penny Burgess. But would Penny screw someone to find out about a burglar or a rapist? I doubt it. But you get a serial killer and we all just... I know how I feel in the morning. I feel alive and I am on fire to catch him.
He's a bad man. It's a good impulse.
It makes you forget everything else, doesn't it? Like I forgot Steve McTeer, I should have thought.
You did?
I didn't. I should have.
You did think.
Yeah, I did. I did. I thought he'd be a smokescreen. I knew the killer was watching us reading the press. He might think we were on the wrong track. He might slip up. So I let McTeer go. And now he's dead and he did nothing. Tony, what shall I do?
Treat McTeer as another of the killer's victims. And hunt him harder.
Right. It's late. Early. Hey, by the way, Michael came through. Okay, he took the photos of the affected area, connected them up, and then flattened them into 2 dimensions, and then gave each separate shape a different colour. Once he'd done that, it was easy to remove each layer. There were just screens, 2 layers of screens, and underneath initials: Adam Scott, Paul Gibbs, Gareth Finnegan, Damien O'Connor.
He described his record on Damien's body.
They did a count. There were over 400 separate burns.
It's not a message, it's a doodly.
You said...
I was wrong. I was wrong. This is just torture. This is just poor Damien O'Connell tortured with all the names of the victims, with his own name. He was enjoying himself. He realised what he'd done. He covered it up.
A mistake.
He doesn't make mistakes. It was an indulgence, but not one that would hurt him. I'm so sorry, Carol. Will you thank Michael for me? For his efforts?
I'm gonna go home and have a shower.
Shower here.
You're making a pass at me.
Unfortunately, I now seem to be your shrink, so I can't.
Oh well. See you later.
No, Michael. Okay, guys, for God's sake. So you put the cream in the thingy and then you squeeze it onto the cake. And you make shapes, you draw pictures and Who are you?
I'm waiting for you. I'm naked. I'm wet for you to...
What's your name?
Tony.
I'm just calling from Stanton.
You write names, initials. What names? What's your name? Tony. Tony's my name. Hello, Tony. A message or a mistake? No, an indulgence. Personal. You build up truth machines and you ice cakes. You ice cakes, cake icing. You squeeze it out. It's personal. You're angry, aren't you? You're angry.
Yep. Don, what is it?
We got the court orders for the software places, Gov.
Brilliant. Listen, get everyone working the phones. We want names, addresses, phone numbers, ages and occupations.
Just the men, yeah?
Yeah. I'll be in 30 minutes.
ACC Crime wants to see you when you get in, just to prepare notes.
Before the McTeer press conference.
Oh, that's great. I'll see you later, Don.
Is that it? Simple as that. You're a boy. You're supposed to be a boy. Get out of that, you big sissy, you big girl. She didn't let you lick the bowl. God, your mother didn't let you lick the bowl. Didn't let you bake a cake. Wouldn't let you dress up. And if you did...
You had discounted McTeer as a suspect in your serial killer investigation. Why wasn't this made clear?
He was never charged with any offence related to that inquiry.
He was arrested in an undercover operation connected to the case. It was known he was a suspect.
Known by whom? As told to whom?
Oh, come on. It was generally known that...
What does that mean? That it was floating in the air like some sort of universal truth?
No. But it was assumed that Mr. McTeer...
Assumed? We can't be held responsible for your reckless assumptions. We deal in facts, judicially provable facts. When we have facts, we pass them on. We will be scrutinised, and if we are faulted, we will accept it. But as to who put that rope around Steve McTeer's neck, you in this room, scrutinise yourselves. How you opt for news ahead of fact. How you anticipate and speculate. How you tell your stories.
Inspector Jordan, how do you feel?
Feel? How do I feel?
Yes.
I could have requested solitary confinement for Stephen McTeer at Barley. I didn't. I must live with that. Hi, there's nobody here. Leave a message for Carol or Michael after the tone.
Carol, I rang your office, but they said you were at home.
I come in the office, but my car's... Oh, hell. Okay, listen. You were right. Well, you were wrong and right. He is a woman. He wasn't always, but he is now. Transgender, not transvestite. That's important. He's gone the whole hog, had the operation. In the torture machines, there's some sort of connection there. He straps them down so he can reveal himself. Herself. He is a woman, but he still has a man's strength, so my point still holds there. You're not completely... It's the cake icing, the attachments. They're the key. I wasn't wrong. There was a message there, but not one she wanted to send. She used them on Damien when she felt angry, felt insulted by us, by life, whatever. The torture machines, they're all classics out of a history book, but the cake icing stuff, it's personal, Carol. It's deeply personal. It's all about some weird childhood screw-up. Isn't it always? But this one's really, it's gender identity, sexual identity. It's a minefield. Here, just hold your horses. Anyway, the transgender thing, do you know how much an operation costs? Thousands. Thousands. Best go to Europe, apparently. Holland. But how do you get that sort of money? Well, my guess is prostitution, which means male prostitution, which means rent boys, all that sort of stuff. But certainly account for the man hate.
Excuse me.
Just one sec. Anyway, I hope this helps you narrow the list down. And the other thing, what I said about having a shower, that was really, well, you know what. Sorry. Okay.
I'm sorry to barge in on you like this, but my car's just died and I wonder if I could use your phone.
Of course.
I'm sorry. I can't handle knowing this is going on and not being a part of it.
Tough.
You need me. Just let me stay till it's done, then whatever.
On the phones. As soon as he's cool. Don will divide up the software names, we'll start phoning. You know what we're looking for. We want their jobs, their social habits, any form of connection, however tangential to any aspect of these 4 lives. Where the fuck is Tony Hill?
I don't know.
Tony, Carol, where are you? We need you here. I need you here. So will you either call or come in?
Tony, please.
Carol, I rang your office, but they said you were at home. Okay, listen. You were right. Well, you were wrong and right. He is a woman. He wasn't always, but he is now.
Yes, it hurts. But what you can't anticipate, how difficult it is to breathe. Next you release the rope, so the bricks. The bricks drop. You know the Germans added a refinement. An iron spike behind the back. So that when you drop the spike tears you.
Yes, I tried it. Couldn't make it work. The angles didn't make sense.
Clever Germans. No wonder they make such good cars.
I said I was waiting for you, Tony. Here I am. Do you like what you see?
You take my breath away.
Talking won't save you, Ducktail.
Who says I want to be saved?
D.I. Jordan, call your brother.
Tell him I'll call back.
He says it's important. Line 4.
Michael, look, I have not got time for this.
Shut up. You've got to listen to this.
Michael.
It's Tony. Listen.
Carol, I rang your office, but they said you were at home. Well, you were wrong and right. He is a woman.
Have you worked me out yet, Doctor?
I've scratched the surface.
You scratch my surface, I'll scratch yours.
Funny. The icing on the cake.
Oh, you got that. What a clever doctor.
I got a lot. What you've made of yourself. The journey you had to go, but the reason.
What is the reason, Tony?
The reason. Mummy wouldn't let you ice cakes. Wouldn't let you lick the bowl. Little girl in a boy's body. Crap! You get off in inflicting pain. You love it! Admit it, you silly bitch.
Oh, certainly you came from the mermaid. Excuse me, my one sec. Anyway, I hope this helps you narrow the list down. And the other thing, what I said about having a shower, that was really...
It's a woman.
We haven't got women on the list.
Gov. Dr. Earl's cracked. A woman couldn't have...
Gov.
A transgender could.
Gov.
What, Annie?
We did get the women. Firms just printed off customer lists. We got women. Only...
Right, we switch. No phones. We doorstep them. Get the addresses.
It's how she gets into the house. You see a woman on your doorstep, but oh, my car's broken down.
There was someone at his door. Get a car over there now. Kevin, you go now!
Is that all you've got? And you call yourself a psychologist?
You don't need psychology. You've gone places we all want to go.
Do you know where I go? And I want to be you. You haven't got what it takes.
I can't talk to you like this. I can't breathe.
That's part of the plan.
Let me down!
No.
Let me down! I want to be part of it!
Right, next.
Angelica Bain Whiteley.
Yes.
Moved up to Hill's place, Gov. No answer.
Then break the bloody door down.
Upstairs! Move it!
Yep.
Gov, there's nothing here. I'm sorry.
Right, move on to the next name.
Thank you.
You need some muscle on you.
Oh, I don't know. A few more weeks of this, I'll be in pretty...
Don't think you're ever getting out of here. You're mine, all right? You're mine. Mine.
What have we got on her?
Got her name and address. Hey, do you know the woman who lives here?
No.
What does she look like?
Back end of a bus. Nice tits, though.
What does she do?
I don't know.
She got a boyfriend?
No. But she's out all hours with a little camera.
A little camera?
Yeah, a little digital thing. It's like she's into some kind of weird films, I can tell you. Go on.
I
don't think so, Gov.
Market research. She calls, she asks questions.
Adam Scott, Gareth Finnegan, Paul Gibbs, Damien O'Connell, A.H.
Anthony Hill. There's got to be a garage somewhere. Deeds to another place. Something. Gotta be.
Gov, this is illegal.
Screw legal. She's got Tony. Listen, get on the phone to the council hall. Council tax registry, land registry. Get on to Annie. Now, Don.
The films aren't as good.
They're fine. They're good. I'm very good in them.
Sure you are. But your partners, what are they like?
Who cares about them?
You do, you choose them. They lay you down.
Of course.
They're scared.
They're pathetic pieces of shit.
I'm not scared.
Why not?
This is exciting.
You're excited. Your body doesn't think so.
Untie my hands. Keep the shackles on.
No.
Let me show you.
Show me.
I want it. The forbidden. I want it for real. You can give it to me.
Tony, you could have killed me.
It's not very pleasant.
There's no need to protect me. I've seen bodies before.
Hi, who's that to?
We hate you.
It's the same person.
We want you to die. You've got 4. 6. Thought you were a boyfriend, eh?
I haven't got a boyfriend.
Could it be this bloke Dowling that's killed them?
Yes.